Guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to another vlog. Join me today as I prepare chicken stew, white rice and beans for my family. It's not a new thing that I literally cook every week, or will I say in all my off days from work. Basically because at the end of the day we need something to eat, both at home and at work during our lunch period. So this week I decided to prepare this chicken stew, and I started off by washing my chicken as usual. For this I'm using my hard chicken. We've just recently reduced the rate at which we eat turkey in my house, basically because somehow my husband is already getting tired of it and almost everyone now prefers the hard chicken. So after washing my hard chicken, I set that aside and then I blended my tomatoes. At the moment I don't have any fresh tomatoes because they are all finished, but then I always have some chopped canned tomatoes always stored in my house for times like this. So I just go on with emptying the cans into my blender and just blend them and then put it on fire to dry up. One thing that helps me during my cooking period and makes it feel more relaxed is a very neat and organized environment. So I went ahead to do one or two arranging in my kitchen, but before then water almost splashed on my body and boom, I remembered that I had an apron. So before I started up with the arrangement, I had to put on my apron, and after the arrangement I had my Y food, the chocolate flavor. The chocolate and vanilla flavor of this drink is actually my favorite. After I had that, I took some sips of cold water, and yes, now I have enough strength to go ahead with my cooking. I feel refreshed. Next step now is to go on and start spicing up my hard chicken. So first I'll be going on with some of my onion and my mixed spices as well. After that I gave it a very good mix and then I covered it up and allowed it to marinate for a few minutes before I covered it up and allowed it to cook very well till it's very okay for us to consume. I left it for a few minutes and then I came back and my hard chicken was all cooked and ready for us to air fry. If you know me very well and if you follow up with some of my vlogs, you already know that we don't oil fry here, we air fry. And yes, I would always recommend air frying because it's very good and it's very healthy. As you already know, when you air fry the meat, it just sucks up all the oil that the meat contains, all the natural oils from the meat, like the natural fat, and helps reduce the fat intake when you're having your meat or when you're eating it. But then oil frying it, my dear, you are adding more and more fat and oil, which basically is not very good for your health. So yes, we've popped our hard chicken, which is already cooked now, very cooked. We've put them into the air fryer and we're letting it fry. Now we head over to start frying our tomatoes. So yes, our tomatoes are well dried up now, very dry, and it's time for us to fry it. So yes, I start up with frying with much oil, but basically along the line I take off the oil and leave a little bit to cook with. So next I go in with my spices, my mixed spices, but then I fried my onions first before I added my already dried tomato, and then after that I went in with my chicken broth and then I gave it a good mix, and yes, tasted it and it tastes very lovely, very delicious. Next I went in with my already air fried chicken, and trust me when I say this stew bangs. So I air fried my chicken in batches because there were so much. So I fried the first batch first and then I put it in the stew and I started frying the second batch. But then the second batch I split it into two. Half of it I added to my stew and half of it I just leave it for anyone who wants to, munch on them. Yeah, that's it. Our stew is ready and banging and it's ready to be served. Trust me, in my house when you prepare stew and rice, it doesn't last for a long time because my family members are lovers of rice. They eat rice for a living. So yes, I started off with preparing my white rice and beans, which my husband requested for because lately I had to reduce my beans intake, basically because I'm trying to rule out what caused my baby's sort of runny stomach the last time, and the last time that happened I ate beans for like 2 days straight. And yes, I'm still a breastfeeding mother, so somehow I felt like it was because of the too much beans intake that my baby had the runny stomach. Well, I'm not certain, I'm just trying to be careful. Well, we're done now, everything is ready, and Papa is so hungry, so I had to dish some for him. But guess what? He did not eat it. He preferred to litter it everywhere in the kitchen than eat it. And yes, we had to prepare a separate rice for my baby, so we had to cook it to make it a bit more softer than the normal one we eat. And yes, that's it for everything I prepared. The stew, the rice, the beans, and most especially my baby's rice. Thanks for watching. See you in our next vlog. Bye.